Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, elephants and zebras, gypsies and the sheep. Okay, we had an interesting day. Won't get into all of it, but we had to go up to Keene, New Hampshire. And while we were there, my beautiful wife in the other room, she saw a story online because she has one of those fancy modern cell phones, and this was basically, it was going on when she saw it, and it's been going on off and on all day, it seems. And it was just down the road from where we happened to be, maybe 200-300 yards further, no, maybe a little further than that, but not that far from where we were. A baby moose. Yes, a baby moose. And I'm looking at something on the screen. The wildlife biologist, they said they did locate the baby, the calf. It's called a calf. But they had not located the mother. Although earlier people had seen them together and other times they had seen them separately throughout the Keene area. Interesting. We have not, she's been here longer than I have, and neither one of us has seen a moose up here yet. My late wife's nurse saw a moose once down where the power lines are from where she lives. And I have seen moose, but not in New Hampshire. I saw moose up in Canada. I was up visiting my family in '94 during Commonwealth Games, and we had gone backpacking, and on the way back my cousin stops her truck and backs up, and there's this little herd of cows and calves. They were looking at us like, you better leave us alone. And we were looking at them like, wow, how cool. Moose are some funny looking critters. Okay, if you've never been up close, their heads look like they're the size of their bodies. And they have very, very long legs. They are very powerful animals, and they know they're powerful animals, so you leave them alone because they will hurt you. They will hurt you. You leave them alone. They are not kind, friendly, cuddly animals. Okay? There's a worm that gets into their brains. Not all of them, thankfully. We had one here in our town a few years before we moved here, and it was a full-grown moose. And it was just walking up to people. You could pet it and everything. Well, they had to put it down. And when they did the necropsy, they found the worm in the brain, which is very sad. We do have a problem with ticks on moose up here. I don't know if they found a way to deal with that yet. My suggestion would be to look at what they did in Texas. Not with moose. They don't have moose in Texas. And well, they do have moose in like zoos and stuff, but not in the wild. I don't think they could survive down there with all that heat. But I guess that's one reason they have such long legs, is because so they can go tromping through the snow in the middle of winter when it's 100 feet deep. But anyway, what in Texas, at least in parts of Texas, they used to have this really serious problem with rabies in the coyotes. I'm talking about the coyote animals, not the coyotes who bring people in from Mexico. I'm talking about the four-legged kind of coyote, and they had a really bad problem with that, and they researched it and researched it, studied and studied, and what they came up with was it's not a vaccine. Maybe it is. I don't know what it is, but they put what of this medicine, if you will, into bait, and they take these little, private type airplanes, small airplanes. They fly them, like in the valley in South Texas, and excuse me, and they have a little conveyor belt in the back of the airplane, and you have people that like they'll take a piece, right? They'll take a piece, put it on the conveyor belt, and put one on, like let it go like a foot, and then the next one, then another foot, and the next one, and they drop them out of the back of the plane. The idea is that the coyotes will eat the bait, and this drug that's in the bait will help keep them from getting rabies. So my idea would be to have like salt licks, like mineral licks, like we used in Texas. We had them for the cattle. Well, actually, other sheep and goats and cattle all licked them. I mean, probably wild critters did too. For all I know, I wasn't out there in the middle of the night looking for wild critters around anyway. I don't know why they couldn't put something in, say a salt lick, that would work through the moose's system, and then when ticks would latch on, that it would kill the ticks. I would think that kind of thing would be possible, but I'm not a biologist. I don't know, so that's just an idea from my part. But yes, I will share a link, and actually the link will also include a photograph of the mama. But it was a baby moose. He looked so scared, he or she, I don't know. Baby looked so scared in the parking lot, in the parking lot. Car park, parking lot, same difference. Anyway, and at one point, like my wife said, the baby looked like he was trying to go somewhere, but there were two guys standing there, actually three, because there was the person with the camera, so there may have been others. And it looked like the calf was trying to go where they were, but they were there, and the calf was like, no, I'm not getting close to those humans. So that was interesting. That was an interesting excuse me. It was an interesting event. So I hope you enjoyed the link I'm going to share with you.